What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. So I'm on Facebook and I see people say, yo, what's y'all favorite white sitcom, right? And before everybody come on here, what is it gotta be about race? What it gotta be about race? Shut up. I'm talking about a sitcom where the cast is predominantly white, right? It is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not saying only white people watch the show. I'm saying what's your favorite sitcom where the cast is predominantly white? I watch black sitcoms, white sitcoms, etc. So look, I was like, yo, I gotta make a list because I enjoyed a nice amount of white sitcoms. First of all, I thought I thought it was a little fire. I ain't gonna hold you. As a kid, I didn't watch Roseanne like as a little bitty kid, like a small child. I started watching Roseanne when I was watching Nick at Night. This is when I became familiar with the Cosby Show. Shows, what else was on Nick at Night? They were showing Cheers on Nick at Night or whatever, and I started watching Roseanne. And I'm like, hey yo, nah, Roseanne Barr, John Goodman, they got great chemistry on screen, and this works well, right? Another sitcom that I really enjoyed, white sitcom, was Two and a Half Men. I started watching this show in like 2008. My cousin went to go play basketball in Ireland. Over there, Two and a Half Men came on all the time. He had never watched the show before going to go play professional basketball overseas in Ireland. So when he came back from Ireland, he started watching it heavily. Got like the seasons on DVD and all of that, right? And I started watching it with him, and it was hilarious. Charlie Sheen's comedic timing and all of that, impeccable. The chemistry between the characters. I forgot the little boy's name on the show. What's his name? The guy that played the one that played the little boy. He was funny. It was all like, again, all the chemistry between the characters was really dope, and I just thought it was really really hilarious. Now Cheers. I never watched Cheers for real. Now I knew who was in it. Ted Danson. You had what? Rhea Perlman, Kirstie Alley, etc. I never really watched a show like that, but the theme song was so fire to me. Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name. Doom, doom, doom. And they're always glad you came. Doom, doom. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name. Do, 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 do. I'm sorry, my voice is crazy. But anyway, I also like Married with Children. Love and marriage, love and marriage. First of all, Al Bundy. Like, what? Al Bundy was hilarious, man. Peggy Bundy, all that, man. It was just a really dope and hilarious show for real, man. And I should be like, yo, this show is crazy. I was watching it as a little boy. I don't know, what channel did it come on? Was it on UPN? Because I felt like some of these shows I would watch like after wrestling, or like when wrestling was about to come on or something like that. But did Married with Children come on UPN? What channel was it on? Y'all remind me, right? UPN had a lot of dope shows back in the day, right? I really enjoyed Modern Family. Modern Family. Al Bundy up in there. He not Al Bundy, but I really think that's a really cool show. I first watched that show when I was in Mississippi Valley. We had a bomb threat on campus, and a girl that I worked with, she allowed me to stay at her house because, like, first I didn't know where we was finna go. You know what I mean? I'm not from Mississippi. So she was watching Modern Family, and I was watching it with her and her mom. Her mom and me were watching the show, and I thought the show was really, really funny. I thought it was a dope show, right? One show I really, really liked, The Nanny. Fran Drescher. Fran Drescher, man. First, so I started watching The Nanny. This is a show that came on like around the time wrestling was on, or like an hour after wrestling went off or something like that. I would keep the channel on UPN sometime and watch some other shows. And The Nanny was one of them shows on there. What was the Nigel? What was the guy's name? Well, Mr. Sheffield. I know Mr. Sheffield, but the guy that was like the butler, Nigel or whatever. Then CC and all of that. Man, the show was really, really funny. And Fran Drescher had a lot of style and like an elegance to her that was really fly. You know what I mean? Thought the show was dope. That 70s show. Again, was that, wait, what channel was that 70s show on? Was it Channel 9? I forget. But Started watching that show while I was coming up too. And again, besides the stuff Danny Masterson got into, phenomenal show. Really, really entertaining. Wilmer Valderrama, Topher Grace. You had Ashton Kutcher, Mila Kunis, etc. Man, and I just all of them worked well together as characters, you know, and it always kept you laughing and kept you just kind of intrigued all the time. Another show I love, Boy Meets World. Now, Boy Meets World, I started watching that. So my oldest sister, she had a brother from her father. Me and my oldest sister have different fathers, and her brother came to the house with us, and he started watching Boy Meets World, and I'm like, what is this? We were little kids. I'm like, what is this, right? And so ever since I watched this show that time with him, I had been hooked. For real, for real. Mr. Feeney, come on, Mr. Corey Matthews, Eric Matthews, Sean Hunter, Topanga. And then as they got older, what was the girl's name, man? The black girl that Sean was dating. What was her name? Angela. Angela, man. And really, I found out Angela was mistreated by a lot of people all within the show, except by Sean. Who played Sean Hunter? What was his name, man? What was my man's name? Ryder something. I forgot what his name was. But yeah, it really hurt my heart to find out the black girl Angela was mistreated by the whole cast, except for Sean Hunter. That was foul and wild, right? Nearly the whole cast, at least, right? But the show, again, the show was really phenomenal. The relationship between Mr. Feeney always was around as they, you know, Mr. Feeney always was the teacher. Then he became the principal. All of that, the dynamic between Sean and Corey and his brother Eric, all of that, man. Then we had Morgan was the little sister's name on the show. Even Steven, Shia LaBeouf, Christy Carlson Romano. Yeah, I mean that show, bro. Like, fell in love with Twitty. Fell in love with the show. I think I just started watching it because the opening was like clay figures when I first started watching it. I thought it was like one of them like clay type shows, and it was a real actual show with real people. And just another show that I got captivated with. Shia LaBeouf had some roles that I really enjoyed, like on the movie Holes. Holes, one of my favorite movies ever. Especially a Disney Channel original movie. Fire. Another show, man, Nick at Night show, Three's Company. Now, y'all know I'm only 31 years old, so I was not alive when Three's Company was airing. But watching Nick at Night, like, they would have Three's Company come on. And then watching John Ritter, Jack Tripper, then you had, what's the other one name? Was it Chrissy? What's her name? Chrissy? Chrissy was the girl's name on there, man. The blonde haired girl, Chrissy, I believe her name was. So, yeah, first of all, Jack Tripper. Rest in peace to John Ritter. John Ritter was just really hilarious on screen, and had a way of just captivating the audience. As a young kid, I was like, man, every scene he was in, I was looking forward to seeing him because he was gonna do something silly. He was the guy that was really like super. He was real mannish. You know what I mean? Always, you know, looking at the girls, making little slick little passes at some of the girls around and all that type of stuff. Then you had what's the dude that Don Knotts played? Mr. Furley, I believe his name was. Then Mr. Roper, Mr. Furley, or something like that. What was it, Mr. Furley? What was his name? Don Knotts. Then there was the other one, Mr. Roper. Let me know if I'm remembering these characters right. Some of y'all may be old enough to know these characters, but Three's Company was dope. And then I liked Full House a lot. Everybody liked Full House, so that's really cheap. Mary Kate Ashley Olsen. It's a cheat code, and then you had John Stamos. What's my man name? Uncle Jesse was the flyest dude around with the biker jackets. All the girls like Uncle Jesse. I wanted to be like Uncle Jesse. Uncle Jesse was a cool, fly dude. Then you had rest in peace, man. Bob Saget. What's the one that played Joey? I forgot his name, man. But then you had old girl that went to jail. What was Aunt Becky? The one that went to, what is her name in real life? I forget her name. She went to jail for trying to sneak her kids into school. Sneak them in there. Was she trying to pay her way for her kids to get into school or something? They found that out. She went to jail or something or got in trouble for it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But these were some white TV shows I really enjoyed. Which ones did you enjoy? Leave your comments in the comment section.